everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I decided to film a makeup look. I had a request on a wedding makeup look, so I did my best at filming what I thought would be a cute look for a wedding, or you could really use this for anything really, but I just had the inspiration to film it for a wedding. So if you want to see how I got this look, keep on watching. So I've already washed and moisturized my face and primed my face. The primer that I used is the Master Prime Blur and Smooth Primer. The next thing I'm going to go in with is a concealer to conceal any dark spots that I have or redness, which I have on the side of my nose, and also any scars or spots or anything that you have. That's what we're going to use this for. So I am in the shade, I should tell you the shade. I have the shade Light Natural, which I'm pretty sure for the wintertime I'm definitely going to need to pick up a lighter one than Light Natural. So for this, I'm just going to put it directly underneath my eyes. And for this concealer, a little goes a long way, so you don't really need to do that full-blown, well, at least I don't. I don't do the full-blown triangle underneath the eyes. I'll put a little bit here, down my nose, in the corners of my nose, on my chin, and again wherever wherever I have acne scars or red spots, which is quite a few lately, which is unfortunate. So now that we look like war paint, we're gonna take, I like to use a beauty blender. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is a Real Technique sponge, or you can use a brush, but I like to use the sponge, and we're just going to dab our concealer in. I also like to take the, Jesus, what am I trying to say? I also like to take the concealer underneath my eyes and put it on my eyelids to act as a primer for my eyeshadow. So I'll do that as well. Okay, so once our concealer is blended and we look all one color, I'm gonna go ahead and set my concealer, and lately I've been using just the Fit Me concealer. It's the matte and poreless. No, it's not a concealer. No. Lately I've been using the Maybelline Fit Me matte and poreless translucent powder to set my concealer. So I'll take a fluffy brush about this size, and this is the Real Techniques brush. It doesn't really have a name or a number, but it's the Real Techniques brush. I just go ahead and swirl this in, tap off a little bit of the excess, and then dab this underneath my eye and down into a triangle shape, just to set everything so nothing moves on you throughout the day. I'll also take it on my eyelids to set that, because it makes it a lot easier for your eyeshadow to blend if it's smooth and powdered down rather than sticky and tacky from the concealer. So we're just gonna set under our eyes, on our eyelids, and then I also like to just run this anywhere where I put concealer. So I put some up here, I just find that when I use because I use a foundation powder, I feel that after I've used concealer, if I don't set it with a translucent powder, that this tends to stick to it, or whatever powder I put over will stick to it. So I try to just make sure that wherever I put concealer, it is nice and smooth and set down with a translucent powder. So the next thing I'm going to use is the Celebration Foundation by It Cosmetics, and I'm going to use this as my foundation powder. I am in the shade Light. No, I'm not. Medium. No, I'm not. Light. Medium. I'm in the shade Medium. I should be in the shade Light. I thought this was light. Apparently it's medium. Okay, so I'm just going to swirl my brush around in here, and then I'm going to buff this into my face. And I start usually around the jawline, and I do go under my jawline. And then I kind of just dab around this area just to give myself more coverage where I have all those lovely acne scarring lovely spots that we all get, you know. Well, not all of us get them, but some of us do, but we just got to work with it. This powder is excellent. Like, I love this powder. I have quite a few foundations, liquid foundations that I want to try, so I need to get on the ball with that. But this is my comfort zone. So I really like this powder for a powder foundation. It's excellent. It gives you an airbrushed, flawless coverage. Oh, and this brush, this big, fluffy purple brush, it is the best brush ever. It's a Royal and Langnickel powder brush. I get these at Walmart. They're pretty cheap, and they're just so, like, you would think it's a luxury brush. It's so soft and fluffy. So after I've swirled that around and we look pretty flawless, airbrushed looking, and we've covered a lot of that acne scarring and all that stuff, I'll just bring this down my neck just a little bit just to make sure that we're all one shade. Okay. So this is where we're at so far. After we have done that, we're going to move on to bronzer. And for bronzer, I use the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I am almost out of this, as you can see. And it smells of coconut. And then this brush that I'm using is a Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to swirl this around. Some of my makeup looks, I'm starting to think that every time I do a makeup video, they're all similar. But the eye looks are not. But the base is. That's why I need to start, like, dabbing into my liquid foundations and trying to be a little bit more creative. Okay, so anyway, so the bronzer, you want to put this in. I don't really contour. I just kind of bronze. So what I do is put this right in the hollows of my cheeks, so just about right here. And I start back here by my ear and just bring that forward. And then just kind of do circular motions and blend it up. I don't know if it's just me, or does anybody else sometimes find with this butter bronzer that it tends to go a little bit patchy. I'm not sure if it's just me, if it's the brush, if I'm pushing too hard, if I don't know what it is, but sometimes it tends to go a little patchy on me and I don't quite get it. So if you have any recommendations for like a flawless bronzer or what you do, please do share your tip with me. A little bit of color. I also take it up just around the temples, and then I'll take it up here. That's cute. Around my forehead. And then you can also take it just to create an illusion of a jawline or help out your jawline just a little bit more. Just take it right on your jawline under here. Okay, so that is bronzer done. And then the next thing we're going to use is my favorite blush. I adore this blush. It's so cute, and it's by the brand Flower, and it is in the shade Sweet Pea. And I'm going to take my Real Techniques. There's quite a system going on here. I have a lot of Real Techniques brush. That's pretty much everything that I own. But I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush. I'm going to dab it into this blush. And I'm going to take it right on. I'm going to do a little smile, and I'm just going to kind of brush it upward. Just like that. Sorry I keep sniffing. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I think I'm getting a cold. Which I don't know how you get a cold when it's 90 degrees, but I might be getting a cold. So that is blush on. Next step is going to be, where am I at? I have like 3,000 products down here. If you could see this, this is like a catastrophe mess. But the next thing we're going to start with, oh, the best part, highlight. We're going to go in with a highlight. I have the Glow Sun Dipped Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a beautiful highlighter kit. I love this kit. It's so amazing. So what I do is you have 4 shades here. You have Bronze, you have Summer, Tourmaline, and Moonstone. I like to use the Moonstone shade here on the bottom right. I twirl my brush, or just kind of dab my brush in here a little bit. And then what I use this for is I take it right on the tops of my cheekbones on both sides. And then I kind of swirl it upward, if you can see what I did. So I took it right here and then brought it upward towards the side of my temple. So that's where you start. Hopefully that is showing up on camera. I did get a light, which is perfect for this makeup video because it hopefully will be able to show a lot more detail with my makeup and all that good stuff. So again, I'm just going to take it here and then bring it upward just to give you a really pretty highlight. And then I'll also bring it down the bridge of my nose and on the tip of my nose. And then also on my Cupid's bow. That was a lot, wasn't it? Cupid's bow is popping now. So after we have highlighted, the next step is going to be, let's do our eyeshadow. So we're going to do an eyeshadow look. And today I'm going to be using the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I talked about this in my high-end eyeshadow palette video. I love this palette, plus it smells really good. It smells amazing. So for today's look, I think I'm going to, because it's more of a wedding look, I'm going to keep it soft, subtle, which again is pretty much what I do anyways. But to start, I'm going to take the bottom left shade, Peaches and Cream, just to go right, take that in the crease just to make blending a little easier. And then I'm also gonna take the next shade, which is Georgia, which is a really pretty soft baby pink, and I'm gonna take that into the crease and also on my lid. So again, I'm gonna take this baby pink color, which is called Georgia, and take this directly into the crease, and then blend that out onto my eye as well. Done that, the next thing we're gonna do is, I think I'm going to dip into this shade Puree, which is the fourth across to the bottom. It's a nice pretty chocolate brown color. I'm gonna dip into that just a little bit, tap off the excess. Please God, tap off the excess, because you'll have a mistake or an oopsie, but that's okay because these colors are easy to blend. So, and then I'm just gonna kind of tap this on the outer corner and then bring that up into the crease. Okay, so I packed that darker shade right on the outer corner and then just blended that in to my crease, which I think gives you a really pretty definition, and I really like the way that looked. So it's pretty, it's subtle. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is take a shimmery color and just use my pinky and just dab it right onto my eyelid, and I think this look is pretty complete. I think I'm going to use the shade Bellini, I believe it is what it is called. It's right above the shade Puree, which we just put on the outer corner and then into our crease. And it's a pretty like rose goldy pinky tone. So I'm just gonna take my pinky finger, run it in there, and then I'm gonna use my pinky and just dab this onto my eyelid. Very pretty. Yeah! So that is the look that I really like. I like that look, so I'm gonna go do the other eye so we're not taking up too much time. Okay, so I have finished the other eye. So the next step, yeah, I know. Okay, so I have finished the other eye. The next step to do is I'm gonna do my waterline. So I think I'm gonna dip into, and this is a Urban Decay Naked Smoky Brush, and I'm going to take it and dip it into Puree, which is the same color that we used in our crease. And I'm going to take this and just run it right underneath my waterline. After we ran that brown eyeshadow underneath the waterline, I'm going to take this, which is the Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade, we're just gonna go with brown. So I'm gonna take this and run it right on my waterline. I can't do on the outside. I don't know. I think that looks good. So we added a little bit of liner on the outer edge of our waterline just to add a little bit of definition. The next step is brows. We need to tame these bad boys and get them into shape. This is, again, a Royal & Langnickel Angle Brow Brush. On one side there is a spoolie, and then on the other side there is the angled brush. So first I'm going to take the spoolie end and just kind of comb out my eyebrows. And then what I use to fill in my eyebrows is actually a powder, and this is a Lorac Pro Contour Kit. I don't use it for contouring. I actually use it for my eyebrows. So you can use any brown eyeshadow as long as it doesn't really have shimmer or sparkle in it. I'd say go for it. But what I do is I mix the medium contour. I'm sorry, this is looking a mess. That's really gross, I'm sure. But I'm going to take the medium contour and the deep contour and run that through my eyebrows just to give them a little definition and fill in these sparse areas. So I like to start in the front and just kind of fill those in. So this is the difference between one eyebrow done and one not done. It just kind of fills in those areas for you, which is really helpful. And I like to follow the natural shape of my eyebrows. I don't really do too much with them. I just kind of fill everything in, and that's pretty much all I do. I don't go all out on the brows. I just make them look as natural as possible. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I brushed them out, filled them in, brushed them out, and now they are all set. The next step is going to be mascara. So first I'm going to curl my eyelashes with this Revlon eyelash curler. This is the dramatic one. They have two. They have a black one that is just the regular one, and then the one that has a little bit of red on it, which is the dramatic one. So I grabbed the dramatic one because I'm rubbish at, seriously, I cannot even put on false eyelashes. I have the hardest time. I get them stuck to my eyelid, which I guess would be the point, but in an awful way, not in a good way. Okay, so to curl your eyelashes, basically you just hold this right at the base of your eyelashes, and then I kind of just pulse the eyelash curler, and that really helps lift your eyelashes and make your eyes look a lot more awake. I'm going to go in with my Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I love this mascara. It is the best drugstore mascara ever. I'm just going to go in and coat my eyelashes in this mascara. And if you ever get mascara on your eyelid or on your lower lash line, like on your skin, do not panic, do not freak out. It will all be okay. I have a secret. Just let it dry. Do not try and take it off and get it off your face when it is wet. Otherwise, you will smear it and then you will cry and be freaking out. So what I do is I wait until it dries completely, and then I take a Q-tip and just kind of twirl the Q-tip on top of the spot, and boom, vanished. It's gone. No worries, no harm done, which is excellent, because the last thing you want to do is get mascara all over your makeup that you just did. That's just annoying, which I have done plenty of times. Okay, so top lash is done. Next, I'm going to do my lower lashes. So final touches, I just want to pop in some highlight in my inner tear ducts just to give my eyes a little bit more of a wide-eyed look. So I'm just going to take my pinky and I dipped it into that same highlight that we highlighted our cheekbones with, and it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonstone shade down here at the bottom right. I just took my pinky, swirled it around, and I'm just going to literally dab it in both of my inner tear ducts. So I'm going to use the Estee Lauder Candy Shimmer Long Lasting Lipstick. Oh, that's pretty. That's a really pretty color. This is the first time I've used this. Yes, I think this would be a perfect look for a wedding. Okay, so I'd say that is it. I really like how this look came out. I think that this is a perfect look for either a wedding or work or dinner or wherever you fancy. So I just think that this is a really easy, simple look to put together. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little rocky, but hopefully I'll get better at filming the makeup tutorials. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos. Please go ahead and leave comments down below if you have any other ideas or any other makeup looks that you would like to see me film, or let me know how I did on this makeup look, or, you know, just let me know your thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!